Good morning. What's up? Today's our first segment, and this is about communication. So, quick disclaimer, guys. These are my opinions only. No bashing, no shaming, no bullying, please, in your comments, but I'd love to hear anything you have to say. All right, so here's my take on communication. Let's first off go, how often do you communicate with each other? So, I know that my nanny and I have an amazing relationship. Like, we talk like we're practically sisters. So if you have that relationship, bypass this part. But if you don't, and let's say that it's kind of a newer relationship, or if the boundaries really haven't been set, I know that as a mom, I want to know the big things. Now again, this depends on the age though too. So if it's an infant, I remember as a mom, I wanted to know what the color of poop was and all that jazz. But I have a toddler and I have a 6-year-old. So, my concerns are a little bit different now. Like I want to know, oh, did she say her ABCs? Or, oh, did he have a good day at school? So as a mom, that's what I want to hear. As a nanny manny, I want to know your take on how often you communicate with your mom boss or dad boss. So my idea is respect each other. So from a mom's perspective, I shouldn't be calling my nanny at 8 o'clock at night, but I do. Shame on me, but she and we have that relationship. But if your mom boss or dad boss calls you at weird hours, is that okay? Or do you expect that? You have a life too. So I feel like I'm talking to myself, but just wanted to get that out there. Okay, so again, would love your feedback on how often you guys talk. And again, this is maybe an opportunity for all of us to kind of throw ideas at each other and maybe come up with some new ideas. So please share your thoughts on that. Next one. Whenever you're running late, do you call your mom boss or your dad boss, or you text them and be like, hey, I got stuck by a train, I'll be there 5 minutes late? That's so awesome of you guys. Keep it up. Now, to the mom bosses and dad bosses that don't do the same to you, shame on them. I know that you guys have a life outside of our lives. Yeah, you're with our kids 10 hours plus a day, but you got stuff you want to do after work too, right? So if I'm coming home and I'm supposed to be home at 5 o'clock and I text you at 4:45 and like, hey, sorry, I'm going to be home at 6. Why would us parents do that to you guys? Well, here's my excuse. I get caught up in work and sometimes time just slips my mind. And before I know it, I'm like, oh no, it's, 4:30 and I gotta figure something out. And if I can't get out of work late, I have to let Tara know. Now, she's super cool. Like, she's like one of the best. Like, she totally gets it, but she also spoils us too. And we take that for granted. So we have to work on that. We being hubby and we have to work on our communication with her. But I get it, guys. Like, shame on us parents for texting you the last minute. Now, if it happens here or there, I get it. But all the time, no. Big no. So I understand you guys have a life. And I understand that you do everything you can to be on time, because God forbid that you don't text us and you're late. Us parents go nuts. But if we're late, it's no big deal. It is a big deal. I hear you. Last segment here. How do you communicate your concerns to each other? My Tara is passive aggressive, and I get on her all the time about it. Since she and I have opened our discussion, our relationship skills, our conversation skills, our communication skills rather, we now have a mutual respect for each other. If there's something that she thinks that I need to hear, for example, oh, your kids eat nothing but Cheetos all day. Maybe you should try to feed them vegetables. That's cool. She can tell me that. But don't do this. Don't be like, oh, well, Cheetos are okay, but I heard that, there's a lot of food coloring in them and you might want to try some apples. That's not going to click. You got to be like, hey, mom boss, dad boss, look, your kids are going to eat a bunch of Cheetos. They need to eat some healthy stuff too. Say it. Don't be passive aggressive. Say it. And if you work for like some doctor or something that wants to have some, well, doctors probably wouldn't let their kids eat Cheetos, but whatever. Like, if they need scientific proof, then hello, we have our phones, show it to them. Like, if the kid's not talking, or if the kid's not doing things that you as a nanny think they should do, because hello, you're with them like 10 plus hours a day. You know best. That's why we have you in our lives. You are part of our lives, ladies and gentlemen. So talk to us. We need to hear it. And if we're not treating you right, tell us. I don't care how you do it, tell us so we know. Because if we don't know, how can we fix it? We can't read your minds. And God knows that you can't read our minds. So, talk, communicate. Okay, 2 minutes is almost up. Have an awesome Monday. Happy President's Day. If you're working today, sorry, Tara's going to be here in a few, so she's got to work today too. But cheers to you. I'll see you next Monday. P.S. She's going to kill me when she sees this mess. Maybe next week we'll talk about chores and expectations. Oh my gosh, I better hurry before she gets here.